All right. Today we're starting something brand new for this new year that we have never done on this channel before. We are here in a van from our school heading to a basketball practice event, and we are going to be starting maybe weekly, maybe bi-weekly, maybe just every so often, doing like a talk show with just the three of us and maybe a few of the other guys ahead of us, talking about a few different things going on, whether that be sports, wrestling, whatever and we're just gonna have a talk for just a few minutes about a few different things. We tried doing this a couple weeks ago, but due to some conflicts, we cannot get that uploaded.
Speaking of wrestling, are there any good matches tonight?
Tonight is Monday Night Raw, and I don't.
Oh, you mean the show that's 2 hours of talking, 45 minutes of commercials, and 15 minutes of wrestling?
Yeah, that's just about right. And but there are some excitement coming tonight. Of course, there is Monday Night Football. It's tonight, but we'll get to that in just a moment. So yeah, let's think about football right now. Tonight is the final game of Week 17. As they're recording this video, it is Monday, January the 3rd, 2022. And tonight's game is Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Browns. Pittsburgh is at home, and this seems like it is very, very likely that this will be Big Ben's last home game ever.
Big Ben is washed. He's going to retire soon.
Yeah, it seems like he's going to retire at the end of the season. And could he pull out a win for his final home game?
Probably.
A last hurrah.
He might.
Yeah, a last hurrah against their rivals. I don't know. If you watched our NFL predictions for Week 17 video, I predicted the Browns to win, which that was definitely a risky pick. But Pittsburgh does kind of have the advantage. They're home.
I've picked riskier picks.
It's Big Ben's last home game, so we'll see what happens tonight. What do you got to say about it?
I mean, Big Ben's had a good career.
Yeah,
but he can't just go on forever like Tom Brady seems to do.
Yeah, we don't know how Tom Brady can do it, but but Tom Brady's still playing great.
Tom Brady's in his late 40s, I think. Either late or mid.
Late, mid, or early, something like that. Somewhere in his 40s. And but he's in good shape. He's still playing good.
After being in his 40s, he's pretty good.
Yeah, they've clinched their playoff spot, and I believe they've clinched their division. They do have a weak division. I believe Panthers, Falcons, and Saints make up the Buccaneers division, the NFC South. So a weak division. Sorry, Micah, your team is out of the playoffs. But my team's in the playoffs. My number one team, the Cowboys, they've clinched their playoff spot. My number two team, the Packers, yes, they clinched their playoff spot. And my number three team is actually in the playoffs. But I don't know if they've clinched it yet. The Colts, Indianapolis Colts. But my number four team, the Browns, who are kind of like our home team, they are not in the playoffs. Josh is a diehard Browns fan. So sorry about that, Josh. But anyway.
Important question.
Yes, sure.
Who would you predict to win if it was Lions versus Jets?
I don't know. It could probably go either way. They're both kind of at the bottom of the barrel this year.
I mean, the Lions pulled off a surprising win against the Cardinals.
They did. That was a big surprise.
Their defense has been on fire lately.
Yeah, I'd probably say the Lions. They had a terrible losing streak at the beginning of this year, but they've won a few games. But and I was saying that they might get the first draft pick for next year's NFL draft, but actually it might be the Jaguars, because they're about this. I believe the Jaguars might be a little worse, because the Jaguars have 2 wins, and I'm not sure how many losses, 13 or 14 losses, and Lions have 2 wins and maybe 12 or 13 losses, but 1 tie, which kind of sets them apart.
Even though you say the Falcons are in a weak division, they're not a weak team. They're pretty good.
Yeah, they are pretty good. But compared to the Buccaneers, definitely not. And the rest of the division is pretty weak. Saints are just okay. Panthers stink.
But I was watching the Falcons TikTok the other day, and then like one of the TikTok going, and I think it was Calvin Ridley, because he said, "Watch me, I'm insane." He caught it, and they were doing a scrimmage against each other, their defense and offense. He caught it, juked out 3 dudes, and then he bolted into the end zone.
Let me see if I can adjust this camera so there isn't so much of a glare. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. But anyway.
We should try to do this over the summer or stuff.
Yeah. So then Week 18 is coming up for football. Make sure you tune in to our NFL predictions right here on this channel. Coming out this Thursday. It's the final week, and a lot of teams have clinched their playoff spot, clinched their division as well. Surprisingly, very surprisingly, we would never have thought this at the beginning of the season, but the Bengals have clinched the AFC North. So, how far are they going to make in the playoffs? I wouldn't put money on the Super Bowl. No.
I think they might win a game and then get destroyed.
Yeah, and I'm not sure exactly what the playoff picture is currently.
So, you want to make Super Bowl predictions for the 2 teams who are going to be in it?
Sure. What do you think? What do you guys think?
Cowboys and Cardinals.
Cowboys and Cardinals? They're both in the NFC, so that couldn't happen. So maybe the NFC Championship, but pick somebody from the AFC.
Then I'd have to go. I don't know if the Packers are in the division, but I think they are.
Yeah, Packers are in the NFC. In the AFC is like the Chiefs, the Bills are in there.
I sure hope the Chiefs don't go again.
The Chargers.
They shouldn't have 3 years in a row.
No, that's not fun.
What about the Rams?
The Rams are in the AFC. Wait, no, the Rams are in the NFC. Yeah.
If I'd have to pick anyone, I think it'd probably be like the Chargers.
The Chargers are good. They're probably more in Colts. Colts are doing very well.
Yeah.
There are more clinched playoff spots, at least as of last week, in the NFC. I believe there are 4 or 5, or I don't know how many clinched playoff spots in the NFC, but in the AFC, as of last week, there was only one, which was the Chiefs. Some other teams might have clinched their playoff spot or their division. I'm not sure. The Bills are leading their division, but I don't think they've clinched anything. But I don't know. It seems like the NFC might have a few more better teams. It's going to be exciting. The playoffs are going to be starting after this week of football. So we'll see what happens. For wrestling news, just this past...
Let's bring up one of the most underdog teams this year.
Okay.
Probably the Niners.
Yeah, maybe. They might have a wild card. I'm not sure.
I sure hope they get in, because they're my second team.
And they might have a wild card. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, they've been kind of a surprise in a few of their games. And yeah, they've been doing pretty good. Will they make it to the Super Bowl?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Will the Cowboys make it? Honestly, I don't. Even though they are my number 1 team.
I think they will. I think they have a pretty good shot if they keep playing the way they have been.
Yeah, they've been playing pretty good, but I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see, as the playoff picture will be completely set after this week. Getting much, much closer to the Super Bowl, which I believe is Sunday, February 13th. I might be wrong on that.
Yeah, that's when the Super Bowl is, Sunday, February 13th.
Yep. Super Bowl 56.
I just looked it up, and right now in the AFC, the Titans, the Bengals, and the Chiefs have all clinched their divisions. The Bills and the Patriots have clinched the wild card.
Awesome.
And in the NFC, we have the Eagles, Rams, and Cardinals all clinching wild cards. The Buccaneers, the Packers, and the Cowboys all clinching their division.
What's the 14 Falcons division?
The only team to clinch an actual conference this year is the Green Bay Packers.
Wait, what are the 4 teams that make up the Falcons division?
Buccaneers, Saints, Cardinals, not Cardinals, Carolina,
Falcons,
Panthers.
Saints, Buccaneers, and Panthers.
Yeah.
So as long as Tom Brady's and Buccaneers, your Falcons are not going anywhere on top.
Yeah, and Tom Brady has clinched the division, correct? They clinched the division?
Yeah. We also will be saying goodbye to an NFL player who we put up with enough in the past. We can officially say goodbye to Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Most of you probably saw already, and if you haven't,
he quit the NFL?
No, they kicked him out because
Oh, yeah,
he
he quit
was
mid-game.
at halftime during the Bucks-Jets game yesterday. He decided, you know what, screw it. Took off his padding, his shirt, gloves, left the field. Like, packed up, moved home,
Yeah.
gone.
He said, bye-bye.
So now let's move over, since we're getting close. Let's move over to our wrestling news. This past weekend was the WWE Premier Live event, which is what they're calling it. Not calling it pay-per-view anymore. I understand some people might get confused since you don't have to pay-per-view anymore, but they've still used that as a name for their events. But now they're calling them Premier Live events. Is what it seems like. And day one was their first one of 2022 actually, which was on this past Saturday, January the 1st.
Let's take a moment to recognize something that has happened in the WWE.
Yeah.
And that is that Roman Reigns has tested positive for COVID, and Seth Rollins.
Yeah, I did not know about Seth Rollins until he just told me today. But I did hear about Roman Reigns, and he's scheduled to fight Brock Lesnar at day one. Of course, that match did not happen. So there was also another title match, of course, for the title on Raw, the WWE title, of which Big E held. They changed the Fatal 4-Way match with Big E, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and Bobby Lashley to a Fatal 5-Way, added Brock Lesnar to it, and he came out with the championship. So it looks like, of course, Brock Lesnar will probably, I'd say he'll hold on to that belt until WrestleMania, but he'll lose to somebody. I don't know who it's going to be. There's been a lot of superstars drop from WWE, moving over to AEW.
Where's
And
Aleister Black?
Aleister Black is now Malachi Black on AEW. And so we're not sure what's going to happen. There were rumors of WrestleMania having the main event, The Rock and Roman Reigns fighting for the Universal Belt. But right now, it really just looks, it's very small chance.
So should we tell the viewers,
Just in case.
your favorite AEW wrestler and your favorite wrestler currently, and then your favorite wrestler of all time?
Sure.
So AEW wrestler, what's your favorite?
Probably Adam Cole. Adam Cole, he was my favorite wrestler in NXT, and I'd say, yeah, he's definitely my favorite wrestler on AEW.
Who's your favorite current SmackDown, Raw, NXT wrestler?
I don't know. Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, they're good on NXT, even though NXT is pretty bad right now. Gargano, looks like it's very, very high rumors that he's going to be going to AEW in the near future, possibly at his hometown of Cleveland when AEW comes to Cleveland in January. That's what the rumor
Matt
is.
Riddle's NXT, right?
No, he moved. He's on the main roster now, the RK Bro. He's pretty good.
His entrance is funny.
Yeah.
Jumps in the ring, just kicks off his hands.
Yeah. And if you notice,
Recently, he has become one of the hardest competitors to fight.
oh, yeah, him and Randy Orton, RK Bro, as their team is called, they've had the Raw Tag Team titles for a little while, and so I don't know how long they're gonna hold them for, or how long maybe this team will split up, and they can have a match at WrestleMania. Could it happen?
So who's your favorite all-time wrestler?
My favorite wrestler of all time would probably have to be Macho Man Randy Savage. I've liked him since I was a little kid. He's a great wrestler. He's definitely one of the top wrestlers of all time.
Speaking of Hall of Famers, did you know there's talk about Stone Cold coming back?
Every day.
I can't.
Oh, to wrestling?
Yep.
I did not know that. Yes, he is a
can't do
WWE
it.
Hall of Famer.
I work.
And who knows? Could we see it happen? Could we see The Rock come back? The Rock is not a WWE Hall of Famer currently, which he definitely would be. But with all the acting he does now, I believe they just haven't been able to get him to be there for the Hall of Fame event.
Yeah, but I don't work around.
But and the Undertaker, who just retired not last November, it'll be November 2020. Sorry, I forgot this year's 2022. He will probably be going to the Hall of Fame, possibly this year. I don't know.
So my favorite AEW wrestler, Malachi Black.
I built a
Yeah, he's good.
My favorite wrestler of all time
acoustic panel for the
is
soundproof room.
Seth Rollins
He's good too.
because he was the first person I ever saw win a match.
Panel for the soundproof room.
And my favorite current wrestler, Roman Reigns.
Yeah, where is the
All right.
panel?
Those are definitely some good wrestlers in the world of wrestling today.
What would you say your favorite tag team
You were
is?
there, it wasn't.
I don't
like,
know.
When you were last
I'm
there,
not.
last
I'm
week,
really not sure.
or 2 weeks ago.
My favorite
I like the New
was
Day.
The Shield.
It
when they
didn't
were
even have a
together.
door, but
The
it
Shield was good.
progressed now.
Currently, I like the New Day. I like the Young Bucks, who are on AEW. I like Jurassic Express. The Lucha Bros are good. I don't know. There's a lot of great tag teams. The Street Profits are a good team.
So when I think it's about
But we are here at our location where we need to be today. So we will see you guys on our next video. Come back next week. We'll have some more different things we're going to be talking about. Super Bowl is coming in February. AEW Revolution is coming in March, and WrestleMania is on the horizon. April.
basketball?
What?
For me, go Browns.
Can you bring your own basketball?
Yeah, sorry about
This is the
that.
end of our video
Here,
for now.
your
Yep.
house.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Why?
Thanks for watching today's video where we kind of had our talk show, first of a series that we're going to be starting here on this channel with me and my buddies, doing a little bit of a talk show. And if you notice, it is a little outdated, but we hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed some of the stuff that that we explained. Some of it was outdated, some of it wasn't. But anyway, I just hope you enjoyed it. And when it comes to like the Week 18, our Week 18, looking towards Week 18, you know, you guys already know what happens there. But thank you very much for watching. There'll be another one coming out sometime this coming week. And sorry that this video we posted a little late, but thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.